Thanks, Maggie and DJ. I'm Katie Weintraub, and welcome back to Spotlight on the Arts, the segment that sheds some light on the arts happening here at BC and around Boston. In spite of BC's fierce reputation as a sports school, there are some pretty awesome arts events happening on campus this week. First, this Thursday, April 8th, starting at 6 p.m. in the BAPS Library basement, come participate in the Art Club's Spring Gallery opening. This celebration will include a gallery filled entirely by senior Michael Bell's photography. Want a preview of his work? Check out www.michaelrossbell.com. There will also be lots of food and wine-ish drinks, as well as the release of BC's first ever compilation album entitled Corduroy. This CD, copies of which will be distributed for free, highlights artists from BC's underappreciated music scene. Corduroy itself is a new endeavor by the Art Club to organize music by location, example BC, versus genre. Finally, the gallery opening will even feature live performances by some of the artists on the CD, so be sure to check it out. Again, it's all happening this Thursday, April 8th, from 6 to 7:30 p.m. in the BAPS basement. Music, however, isn't the only scene being revolutionized at BC. The theater department is certainly holding its own. Be sure to buy tickets for the Dramatic Society show Eurydice, which reimagines the classical myth of Orpheus through the eyes of its heroine. Now, we all know the story. Wife dies, husband goes to the underworld and pleads with Hades. Hades allows Eurydice to follow her husband back to Earth on the condition that he doesn't turn around. But Orpheus can't help but look. It ends tragically. But now, try to reimagine the story with Orpheus as a struggling musician, a tone-deaf Eurydice, three stones who poke fun at Orpheus and Eurydice, trying to trip them up, literally and figuratively, and last but not least, a raining elevator. Yep, a raining elevator. Can BC make this magic happen? You'll just have to find out for yourself. The show runs this Thursday, April 8th, through Saturday, April 10th, at 7:30 p.m. each night in the Bond Studio Theater. Tickets are $10 and are now on sale at the beginning of this week. Finally, starting this Wednesday, April 7th, and running through next Wednesday, April 14th, is Care Week, sponsored by the Women's Resource Center. This annual event includes films, lectures, performances, social events, and workshops exploring the issues of rape and sexual assault. Last year, I performed in a few skits about the threat of sexual assault on a college campus and how women can better protect themselves. The skits involved audience feedback, participation, and a follow-up Q&A session. It was very informal, but also very informative, and I would definitely recommend checking out some of this year's events. For a more detailed schedule, visit the Women's Resource Center website. So, like I said, a lot going on in the BC art scene this week. Be sure to capitalize on it. I'm Katie Weintraub, and I hope I got your creative juices flowing. Now, back to the desk.